Check this out.
Out of jokes, let's ask the obvious question.
I'm not out of jokes. In fact, you guys just keep giving me jokes. And yes, my microphone is being held up by an Indian takeout container. I'm clearly not funded by the Raj. Cut that part up.
Who's funding all this?
Who's funding you to say this?
For people to keep having a good time in the most touristic area of Colombo while the police and the military stay helpless and do not.
The most touristic place. Okay, I see what he's doing. I see where he's going. I see the mind games. It's not going to work.
Whose agenda is this beach festival really is?
That's cold. Protest. Sorry. Beach festival. That'll get them.
See, there was a real voice of the people in the initial stage of the supply chain crisis. People were angry. And we saw the real frustration and anger of the people displayed near petrol sheds, grocery lines, and gas lines.
Then people were angry, so it was working. So that's what we want more of. We're not trying to provoke you to anger. We're just saying that when you were angry at work, so why don't you get more angry and cause chaos so we can shut you down? Because right now what you're doing can't be shut down because it's peaceful. This sounds like a provocation, not like news.
People expressed their frustration when the electricity went off due to the lack of fuel. Now that protest and frustration ran to the level of changing the policy of the government.
Anyways.
When that real protest was going on, that real protest was creating change, in came the typical Rajapaksa haters.
Real protest? What real thing? You mean when there was not huge crowds crowding around Parliament? You mean that huge protest? That real protest? Sounds like somebody's getting a little frustrated.
Was creating change. In came the typical Rajapaksa haters, the liberals, the haters of the conservative establishment, the guys who support ISIS. And now that protest is also supported by the Catholic Church. Why? Because the cardinal wants. Wait, does anybody really know what the cardinal wants?
Okay, I hear you talking. But all I hear is division, 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 division. Let's divide them. Division. Cardinal. ISIS. Blah, 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 blah. This isn't news. This is dangerous.
So all of them hijacked the real voice of the people and now having a jolly good time at golfers under the guise of protest.
Hijack the real voice of the people. So what you're doing right now by speaking for the people at the protest isn't hijacking their voice? So you're saying that by you saying this, you're not hijacking what's actually happening? Mama Dana nah.
Go to the Golfers Beach Festival if you are bored and don't have anything to do at home, which most keyboard heroes are.
Keyboard heroes. My gosh, this guy's savage. Who wrote this?
You can have free food, drink, sing, shout, really take your mind off the real problem of economic crisis Sri Lanka is facing right now.
Bro, okay, nothing against you. You're either really well paid or extremely misinformed. All I felt during that was let's create chaos. First off, he came out and tried to relabel what's happening as a beach festival. Heck, what? I don't care. Let's call it a beach festival. It's a beach festival that's going to change the course of history. Let's go for it. Secondly, he brought in religion, called them typical Rajapaksa haters, and affiliated them with ISIS. And then he continued to make lessons by saying that the previous protests, which had anger and frustration, were actually effective. It sounds like he's trying to provoke people to violence, and then saying if you do that, then you'll be more effective. But at the same time, these people who are doing these peaceful protests and beach festivals are part of ISIS. What? To me, watching that, it felt like a sixth grader who was very angry and just wanted to get out all the wiggles. Right now, they can't shut down this beach festival. Why? Because it's peaceful and because it's effective. It's creative, it's dynamic, and the old mindset, which is the government, can't stop it. Why? Because they don't know how. They just know how to control people. But this generation knows how to not be controlled. So I say, let's keep doing this beach festival. I went to this beach festival and it was amazing. The atmosphere was wild. There was so much energy, so much creativity. Who's going to go there for 8 hours a day and yell, go home, Goda, go home, Goda? No, okay, of course there's going to be some moments where you need a break, where you need a drink, where you need to eat something. Maybe you want some entertainment, and then you can go back to becoming effective with the protest. It's entertaining and it's effective. And it can't be stopped. Why? Because it's not built on violence. That's exactly what they seem to want, is to create violence. Not through violence, but through brilliance. This protest is going to be won. And then he says, if you're bored or hungry, come to these protests. Bro, there's people who are actually hungry, who are actually coming and being fed. I mean, I'm sure you're being fed all the rice and body poo you want, but some people aren't getting that at all. I went there and I was given a water bottle. I didn't need it. I drank it because the guy insisted. He was like, no, take it. So we took it and we drank it. But there's people going there who probably don't have water, who probably don't have something to eat. See, these protests are providing more for the people than the government is. Sorry, bro. So until next time, this is Ada Derana.